The Supreme Court, where the court has quashed a criminal case that was in fact registered against Priya Varrier for her winking scene in the movie Oru Adaar Love. Now the top court says that no offence is made out on section 295A that punishes someone for insulting religious sentiments. Let's go across now to my colleague Meenakshi Bhanja joining us on the phone line this morning. Meenakshi, so not only has the court quashed this particular criminal case, but also made some rather scathing observations. Tell us what happened in court.
Well, on an earlier occasion, we had seen the Supreme Court step in when the criminal cases were initially filed. That juncture, the Supreme Court had stayed these criminal cases for further hearing, which came up for today. And interestingly, today also, all throughout, the Supreme Court has frowned on the filing of such cases. Earlier in the hearing, we heard from the Honorable Chief Justice of India, and I quote, he said, somebody in a film sings a song and you have no other job but to file a case, unquote. So with that frowning, as the matter panned in the top court, we saw the Supreme Court come to the complete aid and relief of Priya Varrier. It has gone ahead and quashed all criminal cases and the subsequent FIRs which were registered against Priya Varrier for her winking scene in the movie Oru Adaar Love. Further, the Supreme Court has also said that no calculated tendency has been exhibited to insult any religion. With these observations, the Supreme Court is also of the opinion that work of artists, writers, filmmakers, poets, even limerick writers must be accepted with maturity and intellectual tolerance. This has been the mindset, the observation of the top court as it has gone ahead and provided this complete relief to Priya Varrier by intervening and not just staying the case, but this time around going a step further and quashing all the FIRs associated with the said case as well.
Right, and also, Meenakshi, it also questions the motivation here behind those who filed the complaint against Priya Varrier. Tell us some of what the court had to say to some of these people who had in fact filed these cases against Priya.
Well, Viren, this brings to fore again the larger question which we have consistently raised at Mirror now. It is about artistic freedom of creative expression, and we have seen time and again the Supreme Court intervene, be that for the release of movies like Padmavat, to the release of documentaries, to even the release of some contended portions of unpublished books. The Supreme Court has always come to the aid of creativity, and it has always endeavored to uphold the constitutional values which are so sacrosanct. And yet again, in today's case, what has today transpired is how the Supreme Court has illustrated yet again as to how the work of artists, writers, filmmakers, poets, they need to be accepted with greater intellectual tolerance. This again has been a candid observation from the top court as it has stepped in and provided relief to Priya Varrier. Our viewers will recall on earlier occasions the relief was a reprieve because that point in time when the cases were initially filed against Priya Varrier, the Supreme Court had provided relief by staying the cases. This time around it is more permanent, it is more comprehensive, and there will be a detailed judgment which will also come out. But again, this is a reaffirmation of how the Supreme Court in the past and yet again today has stepped in to go on to uphold the constitutional values of freedom of creative expression in particular.
Right, crucial judgment there from crucial observations there from the Supreme Court for those who file these cases as well, while quashing, as Meenakshi said, all those cases that were filed against Priya Varrier, all for that one wink in fact in that Malayalam film that seemed to have offended a lot of people.